welcome everybody to US Bank Stadium Week 4, where the Minnesota Vikings are hosting the Chicago Bears, and we are looking for some sweet revenge today, as 2 weeks ago we had a late game heartbreak. Koo missed an extra point that would have tied the game up under a minute left. We ended up losing 31-30. We rebounded last week with a good game against the Lions, but we need some victories here, as Justin Fields already starting off pretty hot to his season. A little under 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, 1 interception. And of course, in that last game, we found out that their number 9 receiver playing in the slot, he is a force to be reckoned with. He had two to three touchdowns in that game, all of them pretty big plays, as they start off with a pass to their tight end, Mark Morris here. But obviously we are wanting to correct our mistakes from the last game and get a victory here today, as there is currently a 3-way tie. So we do get the pass breakup with Kendricks. But yeah, there is a 3-way tie for first place in the NFC North with us, the Bears, and the Lions. We obviously beat the Lions last week, as we don't get a good enough hit there with Keenan Harvey. But we do slow him down and get Montgomery down, but he does get 10 and a first. But yeah, we do have a 3-way tie with the Lions, the Bears, and us all at 2-1. We beat the Lions last week. If we beat the Bears today, we would be in front, as really poor tackle attempt there from Harrison Smith. Even Montgomery was a little surprised there. We end up getting the tackle on that screenplay after a gain of 7, which should have only been a gain of 1, maybe 2. But it's fine. It's fine, we hope. We'll rebound a bit, and of course we still have that slight adjustment up front that we made last week. It looks like they're going to scramble out here with Fields. We get the hit with Reed, and Kendricks will finally bring him down. Gain of 8. But we will continue for now with Pierce and J.J. Watt as the DT, and we will have Graves continue to play over at the end spot. That is subject to change, as they get their first non-dump-off pass here for completion to Mooney. We will see how long we stick with that change up front if we end up wanting to make some trades. We have some expendable players that we could look to move on from. Also save a little bit of cap at that same time, as we do get the tackle here on number 9 without letting him go 69 yards to the house. So much better play for the first catch against Whitaker. I'm going to try to play a little bit more man coverage to this game. Been playing a bit of cover 2 recently, and I feel like that's been letting us down a bit. Reed Jr. with the hit slows him down. Denzel Ward finishes up the tackle on the tight end. 3rd and 2, set up a cornerback blitz. Reed hit home with this the last time we tried. See if we could do it again. So they're going to run down the middle. Pierce was there, but not able to get the tackle. And Montgomery kind of falls down with a hit from Harrison Smith at the same time. They now get inside the 15 at the 14. Looks like they're actually a little bit closer to 13 to me, but that's fine. We're going to go for a pass play here. Looks like Fields going to scramble, try to get the hit with Kendricks, and we do. He ends up knocking the ball loose. J.J. Watt picks it up and gets yanked by the face mask. That'll help move us further away from the goal line here for sure. It's going to be on Cody Whitehair. Move us up to the 27. After that nice turnover by Kendricks and then the subsequent penalty, we'll start at the 27. And of course, we are still missing our starting center, the other C, in Dalton Smith. So Wilds is still playing center, and Clayton will be playing left guard. And honestly, that tandem's been working pretty well for us. Haven't really felt the lack of having a starter out there on the offensive line. So pretty good news for us. We'll try to go for Lucas here, who does hold on to the catch. Doesn't have much speed, but decent enough hands. Primarily use him as a blocker, but he's definitely progressed a bit in his receiving game, which is nice as a young tight end. Going to get some good blocks, get out to the sideline-ish, get the first down after getting tackled by 21. And so far this year, I don't feel like we've seen much from Nwangwu. He comes out here to spell out Cook after his couple runs. Try to step up in the pocket here, avoid the sacks, avoid forcing a pass, get 4 yards with Saunders. Definitely felt like more than that, but 2nd and 6, we'll take it. Follow that up with a play action pass here. See if Chart could use his speed to get over the top. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. We are going to, however, get Leach. He's going to get down to the 10 and out of bounds. He's been a phenomenal guy that we've brought in. Again, picked him up in the 3rd round of the draft. Not through the draft, but through a trade with the Bills, who we had just beat in the Super Bowl, who just weren't utilizing him. And he's played very well for us. We'll stay out in that same formation. Try to keep their line spread out a bit. Doesn't look like we have the edge up front here. But we'll follow behind, try to run away from Roquan Smith. We get down to the 5 with Nwangwu. Nice run on first. And end of the first quarter. And it looks like we have the chance to get a first down. However, if we get a first down and not a touchdown, it'd be a great stop for the Bears. Try to get past Roquan Smith, but he stretches us all the way out to the sideline. We try to juke inside, and Johnson brings us down for a loss of 2. We have a couple different guys to look for here. Flanagan on that left looks interesting. Also Chark going towards the corner here. I don't like the looks. Going to try to scramble out with Saunders, and no one covers the inside. So we'll slide into the end zone, take the first points in this game after forcing the turnover with our defense. Going to go up 7-0. Defense will take the field here with the Bears coming out in a heavy tight end set, 2 to the right, 2 receivers to the left. So they're going to have a few guys kind of break open. They go up with Mooney, the drop-off pass. He makes a couple guys miss and gets a gain of about 8. However, we'll get a little bit of some home field advantage. They'll say 7 instead of 8. Going to bring down the corners here, play some press coverage, slide over the D-line. Feeling they would be going to that side and not able to get the tackle there with Hunter. Hunter rarely ever misses a tackle, but Montgomery runs through him, gets the first. And the Bears will come out with an empty set here. I'm going to bring down Keenan, as he'll primarily be covering the tight end. Of course, we are still running zone, not man, but right where that pass was going to go, he gets the swat down. Nice coverage there by our young safety. Of course, we had to trade for him as well after not really being able to pick up both starting safeties in the draft. We did get one in Henley, and he's played decently well this year so far. And on 3rd and 4, we'll bring out the double A gap here. Going to run some cover 3, bring Henley down, make sure we're running some tight coverage on some of these guys. As we force the scramble, and we get the tackle on Fields before he gets the first, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. I think that was a 3rd and 3, maybe it was a 3rd and 4. Either way, didn't get the first. And our offense takes the field here after a great punt and poor blocking for us. We will start at the 11. Going to hand it off to Cooks down the middle. Weren't able to get a good enough block there at Nichols, otherwise that would have been a lot more. But a gain on 6 for first down. Not a bad run. Try to use a little bit of some play action to roll that. I wish Flanagan and Lucas's routes were flipped there. I'd rather have Flanagan running the deep route. We're going to head and check this down to Flanagan, though. He'll get us the first and a couple extra down to the 24. The whole goal today is to move the ball. We're going to throw it a bit, but we don't want to force much with Saunders, as that's when he makes a lot of his mistakes. Trying to use him a little bit more as a field general. And I'd say so far working out well for us. I would love to be able to motion Thurston over to that other side and run a wheel with him, but not going to let us. So we're not going to have much to do here. Try to see, that was a bad attempt and a fantastic play by 33, who skies up and picks that ball off. If that was a yard more downfield, that is a catch, maybe a touchdown. But a fantastic play. Don't want to take that away from 33. And unfortunately, that was the only route that was really open for us on that last play. Just the DB made a great play. As they go for that route to number 9. They got so many yards on that last week. Denzel Ward, this week, he watched the film on it over and over again. This time, he gets the pick, makes a great play, forces a turnover right after our turnover, and we'll restart on offense. This time we'll bring out Nwangwu to start here. Try to see if maybe we could get to the edge, utilize his speed, as they do a nice job of forcing that back in. But again, gain of 6 or so on first down. It's a great way to start. On 2nd and 4, now inside the 2-minute warning here. We're going to come up with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. We're going to run the draw, try to catch them off guard, but a great stop there made by 91 Goldman. He read that play extremely well. We're going to have to try to find some pass here on 3rd and 7. Leach is an option. Flanagan also an option I would like to take a look at. We're going to get Leach. Nice pass there from Saunders, far enough away from all the DBs. Let Leach catch it with a little bit of momentum, and he turns upfield to get a decent chunk. Of course, we are going to need to run a bit of hurry up as he did not get out of bounds. And that play call doesn't look good for the way that they had lined up, so we will check to a different pass. They're going to have to bring a blitz. Try to see if maybe that just ends up getting tossed up. Leach almost makes the play, but a hit from number 33 forces it out. Flag is down. And that'll back us up even more. We'll be holding on David DeCastro. And that gives us a 1st and 20 at the 43. I'm going to try to set up a screenplay here. They've been bringing a bit of a blitz. They only have one guy who read the play at all, and then all of our linemen go to block him and don't touch him. Really wish the screenplays worked in Madden, at least occasionally. We have a nice release there with Jefferson. Horrible release with Chark, but he has the speed. And that speed broke him free. One hand snag down the sideline too. Just showing off a little bit. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes into the end zone. Going to put us up 14-0. He ends up burning 33, who had that nice pick last time. Well, I don't want to jinx it, so I'll go ahead and knock on wood, but the adjustments that we made after the last game definitely look to have helped. Plus, always nice playing at home when we have the crowd we do here. Another big hit from Kendricks, but close to another first for the tight end. And they do end up giving it to him. So another good catch there for Morris, I believe his name was. I really should know after how many catches he's had against us. As they go for the not corner route, but Texas route, I think is what it's come to be called, that they run against him. However, they go to the outside. I think it was Mooney that they might have passed that to. And I'm not sure who jumped first on that one. They're going to call it on Chicago. I'll take it. I'll back them up to 2nd and 7. They have 3 receivers to the left. Their tight end to the right. 15 seconds left as they go for a quick out route to Mooney. He uses his speed to get away from Harrison Smith there. But they haven't called their timeout, and the time's going. Bit of a waste there. They should have called their last timeout. They don't. We go ahead and head into halftime here, up 14-0. As the boys head into the locker room here, we see fairly close game, but we're winning all the categories here. Points, passing yards, rushing yards, turnovers, average yards a play. So looking good there. Here's all the other games that happened previously. We're playing on Monday night here, so all these games happened during the last weekend in this game universe. And Green Bay, if you look towards the bottom right, lost to the Bills 22-9. Bad game for them. Detroit wins against the Rams, so we definitely need the victory here today to get up to the number 1 spot in the NFC North. Packers are at the bottom, only have won 1 game, 1-3 on the season. And we are set to receive the second half kickoff here. Be a good opportunity, but I say that every time, and I feel like when I do, we typically don't do anything with it. Decent return here from Nwangu, gets to the 25. To start off, we will go ahead and head into the pistol formation. 2 receivers to the left, Flanagan and another receiver at the right. Get a gain of a few on first down. Nichols with the tackle. Chicago's defense isn't known this season for being good in terms of run stop, but they haven't allowed a big chunk play yet. They are going to allow a big chunk play here to Leach, though, who breaks open past the safety. Try to use his speed. Ends up, he did get caught, now a little bit shaken up. Really unfortunate. He's had a great start to the season. Osborne will come in to spell him out. We'll follow behind Wilds, our spot starter at center. He will get a gain of a few. I'm going to head into the slants here. Typically one of Saunders' favorite passes. We're going to head and check this one down to Flanagan, who will try to run through a couple guys, get close to the first, but we'll be about a yard and a half short. And here is the update we have on Leach. That is a bruised knee. Now, earlier in the season, we brought back our center, Dalton Smith, who had a bruised knee, and then it greatly increased. So we will be subbing out Leach. And on 3rd and 1, we're going to bring in Kelly, who's a bit more of a power back here. Try to see if he could run through some guys. Not really, but he uses some momentum to get forward a little bit down to the 5. And on 1st and goal, going to come out with a bit of a pass look here. Thurston going lone to the left. See if he's able to leak out. They do have good coverage. We're going to go for the back of the end zone, and another one-hand snag. That is Jefferson. I think I hit the mic, so if you heard that, my bad, but another one-handed touchdown grab. And the defense just have some time to breathe in this game. The last Bears game, they really didn't have much time to breathe, as now we're up 21-0. And they get a gain of 4 on the first down run to Montgomery. I would say so far with the change up front, the D-line playing a little bit better in terms of run coverage. They do, however, get a nice run here from Fields, who's close to the first. And the refs are going to give it to him. He ran through 2 separate guys on that scramble. And that is what I really wish Saunders could do. I would love to have a little bit more run opportunity with him. But Daniil in the backfield this time. Big hit on Montgomery. Going to be a loss of 3. 2nd and 13. They come. 2 receivers to the left. 2 tight ends on the line to the right. See what they end up doing here. They go for the dump off to number 82, who's going to get a gain of a few. Ends up getting tackled by Alex Brooks. 3rd and 8. Risky option here, or risky play, but I want to try it. Send Daniil Hunter out in coverage, as there is no one left to contain Fields, and we finally get there after a good gain of a lot. I don't know the exact amount, but a good rush there from Fields, giving them the first down. We tried to send a safety blitz there, but just not able to get through. And Fields ends up scrambling. Good coverage downfield. It's the only option that they had. Montgomery gets met again in the backfield. That's the combination of Kendricks and Brooks. Loss of 2. And as it stands right now, Alex Brooks is set to be the linebacker who will take over for Harrison Smith, as most likely he will retire at the end of this season. I believe he's 35. Maybe even 36 in this current season. Of course, still need to see Brooks grow a little bit. I believe he's a 75, and that's with the boost from the coaches. As we get home there, Graves gets his first sack from that right edge position, which I believe is his 3rd on the season. Might be wrong, but I believe 3rd. And that sack will force a field goal attempt here, kicking from about the 47, so about a 57-yard attempt, and that's not even close. Awful attempt there for the Bears. But that does, however, give our offense good starting position here, starting at the 47, basically already at midfield. Try to follow the blocks. Not a whole lot of room to get through. Just ends up kind of powering through our own guys. We'll stay out in that same formation here. Try to hit a rollout. This time Starks and Lucas. And I'm going to have a late cross here from Flanagan. Try to draw everyone over to one side. See if Flanagan can leak out late. They definitely are going to get a pick there. I did not see the guy on Lucas. Lucas, with his much bigger frame, completely covered that guy until I hit the button. So, not great. I won't blame Saunders for that one. That was definitely my read rather than a poor throw from him, which we unfortunately have seen quite often. And now they're using number 9, their rookie receiver, at a tight end after checking the play. And yeah, I was supposed to cover Mooney. That one's on me. How about I don't throw away this game late? That would be nice. Just change it up a little bit here. Run some man coverage, since apparently that's what I want to do anyway. We're going to be covering the running back here. They're going to go for that Texas route. We're there to get a hit there on Fields, who runs through Kendricks for the most part. There's one thing I will say, Fields is not afraid of taking a hit. He's taken quite a few in this game. Only one of them has he dropped the ball, so not awful. They get another out route here to Mooney. Get the tackle with Keenan Harvey. Or Harvey Keenan. I always flip that name around. And how about some double A gap? Don't feel like I've blitzed too much in this game. See if we could hit home this time. Hunter off the edge. This time, though, gonna go to Harrison Smith, who gets the sack. They gave him half a sack. I think they're gonna give the other half to Hunter, who came off the edge and got there halfway through the sack. That'll bring up a second and long, 2nd and 17. Of course, they have, I would say, 3 downs here to get that. And a fantastic diving interception. Harrison Smith came out of nowhere for his 3rd pick on this season. They're not even going to give a replay of that, but heck of a play. And despite the turnovers, Saunders having a decent game. 9 for 11. Does have the 2 interceptions, but I believe also has 2 passing touchdowns. I know he has 2 passing touchdowns. Kelly gets the run on 1st down, gets a gain of 6. And we'll try to follow that up with another play-action rollout. Again, going to have Flanagan do a late cross. Again, not liking really what we see. We're going to dump it off here to Thurston. He's going to get 4 for actually quite a good gain. Down to the 32. I think one of his longer plays of the season. But of course, don't use the fullback all too much in this new scheme, which is fitting as we ended up not bringing back C.J. Ham. And Ham is the better of the fullbacks, but as he got a bit older, didn't end up wanting to bring him back, but fits the scheme very well. And the Bears do get a nice stuff there on that 1st down run to Cook. Going to follow that up with another play-action rollout here. Just going to end up dumping that off to Flanagan. Got to see what he could do. Going to get about 7-8 yards. Keep this clock rolling. On 3rd and 3, it looks like they're bringing down their safety and maybe a cornerback blitz over on this left-hand side. We're going to select a run, and it was a good choice. Going to get down to about the 15 with Cook, but he goes down after trying to get up. Able to stand up on his own, but really hope it's nothing big. And lucky for us, he's just over on the sidelines, which typically doesn't mean it's a serious injury. But we still don't like seeing Cook go down, as we know he has a history of serious injuries. And Nwangwu, though, gets a nice gain on 1st. And muscle cramps. Not bad. So we will definitely substitute Nwangwu in, though. We'll flip the play over to the other side, send Nwangwu on an actual wheel route. And I kind of just want Jefferson to just stay underneath. Let's see how that works here. We're going to go for apparently nobody. Awful pass from Saunders. And I just said earlier he's had a pretty good game. I don't know how an NFL quarterback misses a 5-yard pass like that. Nice block shedding and run stop from number 77. Gets in Nwangwu after maybe a gain of 1 at most. And since we're up big here, let's have a little fun. I say big, at least for the time remaining in this game. And we're going to have a fumble. We end up getting that picked up. I think that was Munn that picked it up. I had no idea what the buttons were going to be for the passes. We had 2 wide open guys, but I hit B, and it happened to, I think, be X and Y. So, unfortunately, nothing happening on that drive. But hey, no better time to work on some fancy plays than when you're up 21-zip, under 2 minutes left in a game. I'm going to change up and run with Harvey here. Keep an eye on this tight end. They're going to end up dumping it off to Montgomery, and we come in, should have been a bigger hit, but we don't get the animation for it. Instead, they end up getting close to the 1st down. Run some man coverage here with Kendricks. See Jefferson's rolling out. We get the sack fumble. That's J.J. Watt. Michael Pierce picks it up. The first big play I think we've really seen from J.J. Watt. At least in terms of a big impact on the game. That one definitely has it. This game is basically over. Just need to run out this clock. And And to help us run out this clock, we're going to bring in our, I don't remember if we ended up drafting him or if it was an undrafted signee, but our rookie running back in Alford. He's a bit of a balanced guy, kind of similar to Kelly in terms of having some power and elusiveness. He gets a gain of 3 on his first carry. And of course we have the chew clock on. Doesn't look like the Bears are going to be taking any timeouts. So we'll run one more play here, see what Alford could do. He ends up powering through a D lineman, shoves him out of his way, gets a gain of another 3. But this game is all but said and done. We'll just come out here, let the game clock hit 0, and enjoy a little bit of some revenge and retaking the NFC North. As clock hits 0, it's official, 21-0. Defense shuts out the Bears. Offense did what it needed to do. We score 14 in the first half, only 7 in the second half. Could have been more, but we got a little sloppy with the victory, mostly in hand. And the boys will head in to celebrate. And it really was just across the board. We played better. Everything was better than what the Bears had to offer. And, of course, having double the amount of takeaways definitely helps. And after that game, we move on to Week 5, where you can see down in the standings, we have taken the lead in the NFC North. The Lions have the same record as us, 3-1. However, their only loss this season has been to us, so that does give us the edge, but that means we need to keep getting wins. We don't want to drop games, have the Lions somehow end up winning this division. How awful would that be? But next game will be against the New England Patriots. They are 2-2 on the season, and it looks like we had another practice squad player signed from us. That was Sherman Peck. No idea who that is, but another guy who's been picked up from our team. I believe that's 4 or 5 guys so far this season from our practice squad that has been signed. But that is the end of this episode. I hope you all enjoyed. And if you guys haven't checked out the other series we're doing right now, the Stanford featuring California only rebuild fantasy draft challenge thing, I suggest you do. It's a lot more fun than maybe that name sounds. It's a long name, but I'm not sure a shorter name to really describe it. But really fun. I hope you guys are enjoying it. If you have watched it, if not, definitely do check it out. But until next time, we'll see you all later. Bye.